mean, I'm amazed you're allowed to do a nursery job.
Yeah.
Not you personally.
Mum, I'm really panicking. Mum. And then it just cut off. I was literally stood in my living room with my hands just like on my head, like, no.
And also what I'm getting when you're talking about how you used to say to your kids, like, you try and fix it, you sounded just like your dad.
Did I?
Yeah. Hello, Claire Hamilton.
Hello, Sarah Gott.
Hello, lovely people. Welcome to Teen Commandments, the show where we try to untangle the often unique brains of our teenagers. Hope you've had a lovely few days since our last Your Turn episode. If you'd like to find us, we are on YouTube, we're on Instagram. Teen Commandments is on TikTok, Facebook, everywhere. You can't escape us, can they, Claire?
Everywhere, all over the place.
You've had a lovely few days. Claire, What's going on with you? Oh, we did say we were going to chat, didn't we?
Yes.
About your daughter.
My daughter's travels.
Yes.
And how she's putting me through the mill. My anxiety levels have been through the roof quite a bit. So she's in Vietnam at the minute, and her friend has gone home, so now she's solo traveling, and she's just got to Vietnam, and it's quite a little bit of a different experience to the beach environment that she's been having in Thailand, and she's doing a lot of mountainous journeys and windy roads. And while she's been on a few boat trips, it's become apparent that she suffers with travel sickness quite bad.
What, from the boat trips?
From the boat
she's realised. And when she was little, did she get car sick?
A little bit, yeah, but it was never quite severe. And I didn't realise how severe travel sickness can be.
Yeah.
I didn't know it can bring you to the point of nearly passing out.
And so she's on her own now. Her friends come back.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's solo travelling.
She's solo travelling. She booked herself on a sleeper bus.
Yes.
From one little village in Vietnam to another, a 13-hour drive.
Right. This is getting quite race across the world, isn't it?
Yeah. Windy roads all through the mountains. And she sent me a little picture going, I've got a double bed, and she was dead excited. And I'm tracking her, by the way, on Live 360, which has been a godsend for me because I can see, where she is, and it's brilliant.
Well, you say that. Part of me thinks if she was doing this in 1992, like, you know what I mean? If our parents would have tracked us when we were in South Korea in the middle of nowhere doing modelling jobs, and just, the anxiety that it causes whilst you're tracking her. Obviously, it is incredible, and it's been really helpful.
It is, and it is. I mean, I'm glad I've got it. And there was a time when she zip wired across the rainforest, and I thought she was in somebody's boot of the car because I just saw her whizzing through the rainforest. So it doesn't always prove useful. But this particular day, she rang me, and her travel sickness was really, really bad, but I didn't know. And she just rang me and went, Mum, I'm really panicking. Mum. And then it just cut off.
Oh my God.
And I had half an hour and no signal. And I was literally, I'm going to cry. I was literally stood in my living room with my hands just like on my head, like, no. All I knew is that she was on some bus in the mountains in Vietnam, and she's rang me, and now she's got no reception.
So she is on a 13-hour bus journey. Yeah. She's in a double bed.
She's in a double bed.
Double-decker bus.
Yes.
That is winding its way
at speed round these things. But in my mind, at this point, something bad's happened to her.
On the bus,
or she's on her own on this bus, or some men have got her. My head was doing all sorts of stuff, and I was literally saying a little prayer because I was like, what on earth have I done? I shouldn't have allowed her to go. All of this stuff is going through my mind. And then I got a text message going, I'm really panicking. I'm being really sick. So I thought, right, okay, it's travel sickness, but this has got to be worse than travel sickness. Afterwards, when I spoke to her, because her travel sickness was really bad, she projectile vomited, filled 2 bags with like vomit, and she said that other people on the bus were vomiting. It was that bad. And she said the only way I can describe it is the night bus on Harry Potter, where he flings everyone around and stuff. And she said she was literally being thrown from side to side on the bed. Her eyes were screwed shut, and she was throwing up, and the sick was all over her, and she was that frightened she just wanted to get off. And she said I was near to fainting, and she got off the bus because he stopped for something to eat. Thank goodness.
Having said all that, do visit Vietnam. It's a beautiful country.
Definitely.
I mean,
This is down to her travel sickness. I don't think, and obviously.
Well, it sounds like it's just a thing where people, if they're going to take that journey, that they are prepared that they're just going to have to casually vomit the entire way.
Yeah. Well, apparently there was a load of French girls on. They were like, yes, this is normal. And she said she'd seen it on TikTok. Like, they are hardcore, the
drivers
buses in Vietnam and the drivers. They must just know the roads.
Oh my
and just
God.
whiz through
this
them.
is the stuff of nightmares for me.
So she gets off the bus and then she rings me, and her words to me were, I can't see. I feel like I'm going to faint. And then she went, Mum, help me. Help me. I was just like, oh my God. Okay. And I can't get back on that bus.
I mean, God love her. I just wish she'd start all of these conversations with, I'm travel sick, or I'm safe, I'm travel sick.
No, she uses the word
she starts with,
pain.
I can't see, I'm panicking, I can't breathe. Every message from her is about her it sounds like all her vital organs are failing and you've got 10 seconds to fix it.
Exactly.
At which point you age 3 years. Like, bless her, doesn't she?
Yeah,
it's not
does.
like...
She does. And it's so,
I'm okay, but this is pretty bad.
Yeah.
I need you,
She did it when she had a cold the week before and I can't breathe.
And
then I couldn't get hold of her. Next thing, she's in a Mexican restaurant. She's like, oh, I love tacos. Like, right, well...
Yeah.
Could you have said that you had a blocked nose, instead of I can't
going
breathe?
Straight to the, I can't breathe line.
But she was nearly fainting because she said she'd lost her vision. And I said, speak to someone. So then I was talking to a French girl on WhatsApp saying, this is my daughter. Can you just help her? I don't think she can get back on this bus. Can you explain to me where you are? And so then, I mean, what I would have done without ChatGPT, I don't know, because it was brilliant. I said, my daughter's on this journey. She's 2 hours in, and it actually told me where she would be, what service station it thought she might be at, and where the nearest town was, and that it would be approximately £20 in a taxi.
At least you're calling ChatGPT
it's not him
Yeah,
anymore.
You were saying him last night.
Yeah,
I was like,
know.
she's forming a relationship. She's going to be in Manchester Evening News for marrying an AI. I can see this now. So incredible.
So
told you all the options available.
Yeah, we managed to get a taxi to the local town, which I stayed on the phone to her the whole time, which was an hour away. And she's there, and she's not going to get any more sleeper buses through Vietnam.
No.
We're going to do a little bit of air travel and a little bit of private cars. They are grueling. But that, I honestly thought she was going to die. I was that panicked, and I was literally thinking, do I need to fly to Vietnam? And I'm loving...
Like, what train are you on, babe? I'm at Manchester Airport. I'm getting on a train. I'm getting on a flight to fly. I mean, it's hard, isn't it? Because
it's hard.
Technology is so incredible. Like, you could use AI to work out exactly what to do, and you could hear about what was happening in the first place.
You feel like you're cheating in a way. But I don't care at that point.
What, with the ChatGPT or with getting a flight with the ChatGPT?
ChatGPT
no, I mean, it's an amazing tool to be able to use.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of like erring on the side of like, I think if she couldn't get hold of you, she would... Well, I don't know what she'd do, but she just wouldn't have that option of getting older, so she'd just have to sort it out. And I'm definitely not saying like, in our day, we would have just sorted it out and been fine. Obviously she was in an awful situation, but as your best mate, I'm worried for you. I'm worried that you're just that it's just so stressful for you.
It's really stressful.
Because, you're sorting out stuff that's on the other side of the world.
Yeah.
And minute by minute, hour by hour.
But I want her to be this in touch with me, and I want to know, and I guess she didn't expect, because she's been throwing herself out of planes. She's been, deep sea diving and stuff. She just didn't realise how severe her travel sickness was. And she said to me afterwards, that's the most frightened I have ever been, Mum. I thought I was going to die because I couldn't see.
So she was just having a massive, she was having a massive panic attack.
3 panic attacks, she said. And she just really, really freaked out.
Sounds horrific.
And I will say, though, that I still encourage everybody, to do this traveling and stuff. We've just found something out about her.
Just possibly think twice about the night buses through the mountains.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be a roller coaster. And also,
did you say the flight was like 30 quid or whatever?
Yeah, the flight was like, when I went and she went, I'm trying to save money. I think the night bus was £12, and I get it. She's really, really budgeting. Great. But then I looked at the flight, and it was 42 quid. I was like, babe, let's just put you on the flight.
Let's just get you there. It's fine.
It's fine. And you can also hire private cars for like 20 quid and stuff to take you across and stuff. So it's a little bit of communication, I think, between her and I.
Lesson learned. But
my God,
what
I
stress.
cried when I got on the train. Out of relief, I just cried and just like, right, let's not do that again. And I have told her, so please, communicate with me, talk to me, because at one point she rang me and was going, and I was like, right, you need to stop that.
Yeah, she needs to start with, I'm okay or I'm safe, because she was safe.
Yeah, but
she was just really struggling.
She didn't think that she didn't think she was going to survive that journey. She was just like, bless that. I don't ever want her to stop turning to me though for this, but it's just, yeah, it's just quite nervy. I've aged about 20 years.
Well, I'm nothing as dramatic for what I've been up to this week. Well, I just gave away some plastic cereal tubs. Oh. That was my cleaning out my pantry.
I would have preferred that, babe.
You noticed my pantry though,
I did
didn't
notice
you?
your pantry.
You noticed my pantry was looking magnificent. Ben called it sexy.
Oh.
The new, the cereal shelves now. It's looking pretty sexy compared to the chaos that was in there.
So you're giving away these tubs?
Oh, yeah. I've given them away on Freegal.
I'd not heard of Freegal.
Freegal's incredible. So you put it's for your local area. You put it on Freegal, a little photo, whatever you're giving away. I mean, I've given away a kid's bike. I've given away curtains, blinds. You can give away near enough anything and people will come and take it from you and want it. So it's just brilliant because you're not putting stuff into landfill, which is such a sweet feeling. So did that, was pleased with myself. But also this week, it's been quite a big week for my daughter because it was her last day of school before GCSE start.
So many people.
She was really emotional and I was really wobbly as well. It felt like a big moment.
It
took me by surprise.
Isn't it?
Yeah, a new chapter and all that, and an end of an era. And her school has been brilliant for her and for my eldest daughter as well. It's a girls' school. And, it's been, she's made a brilliant group of friends. A couple of them, 3 of them or so are staying on there, and then everyone else is off to different sixth forms.
Right.
And so it's not like the last day of school we'll see you at sixth form in September. She's going somewhere completely new.
Wow.
Which is the right thing to do for her. She's ready for a new sort of place. But it was really emotional. But some things never change, and then there's some quite cool new stuff. Things that doesn't change. She came home with her shirt with all messages written on. Yeah. Which is really cute in all different pen. Like, I love you so much and you've made, my time
from our day. You're a slag.
Yeah, I know these boys would use it to put like horrible things on there. I know because I had my little notebook and there was all sorts of random bits written in that. Anyway, no, I don't want to talk about the bad things. It was really nice things from all her best mates.
Good.
So she came home with her shirt on. That's obviously still on the back of the couch in the living room. What day is it? Cleaner's coming tomorrow. I'm convinced she's going to pop it in the washer on a boil wash. She'll be like, what's all this? I'm like, will you move that shirt that you're going to cherish for the rest of your life and put it somewhere safe so it doesn't get washed? So that was cute. And just, and then she'd done a TikTok with her teacher.
Oh, wow.
I know. So it was this, I don't know what song it was to, but basically they all had their English folders or whatever. And he'd like played along with it. It was really funny. And there was like all sort of flashbulb effects on it. And it was like he was signing autographs, but it was like on their work, so like sort of marking their work. And it sort of panned, like all their books moved and the English teacher was stood there with shades on like this, woo, with like his with his fingers up in sort of a V sign, like, yeah, like living it like really hip hop, and then was like signing everything and there's all the music and they're all like dancing around him. It was really cute.
That's amazing. I love that. I love the relationship they have with teachers now.
I know, it's brilliant. It must have been like, sir, can you do this TikTok with us? And like he was up for it. You could tell he was fully embracing his sort of hip hop sort of pop video style. It was really cute. So, and they all went off to the park and, they're just such a cute bunch of girls. It was sweet.
Nice.
And just was like, wow, I can't believe it. My little baby, like finishing school.
Yeah, that's it.
And then, I mean, at time of recording, tomorrow is her first GCSE exam.
Right, okay.
So.
What's she got?
Tomorrow she's got English language, I think. But I'm buggering off to Eurovision for a week of it. Mum of the year.
Well, at the end of the day, she's just got to get her head down and get on with it, isn't it? There's not much you can do at this point.
Well, I'm thinking, do I just batch cook between now and Eurovision? So she's got loads of mum's cooking to be able to defrost.
Yeah.
But I just didn't realise when I said to Eurovision that it could have fallen either way. There could have been one GCSE exam that week and I wouldn't have missed anything. As it is, there's like 4 that I'm missing.
Right.
I feel, I keep telling her, desperate for reassurance. Am I a terrible mother?
No.
She's like, no, it's fine. I'll be in Vienna. With, look, mum, no computer, UK's entry with 1, 2, 3, like... I'm going to be there with Rylan, swanning around Vienna.
Yeah, but she's just got to get her head down and that's it,
Yeah.
isn't it? There's not, you can't hold her hand through this. She's got to do
No
it.
point for my parenting that week. I do feel really bad, but maybe once I'm there, I might be quite pleased that I'm there.
Yeah,
Little break from it all. She'll be fine.
She'll be fine.
Dad of the year's looking after her. That's fine. So before we get to our question of the week, I love that we have a slight correction.
Yes, we do.
Take it away.
So my daughter has asked me to make sure that I make it known that she does not aspire to be a single mum. Like I said the other week, she's been listening in Vietnam. She used to say that when she was a lot younger.
Right, we met that
Not
clear.
lately. In fact, she said to me, Mum, stop telling everyone that I want to be a single mum. It's actually a hellhole.
Good.
Okay. So it was a past
Yes.
conversation that we had. It's not recent.
We've made that clear now,
Yes.
daughter. That is a correction.
Yes.
It was sweet when she thought that in the past.
Yes.
Are you reassured that she now sees the truth of what it's been like?
I wonder at which point she's like, God, sack that.
Yeah, it'd be good to know the exact moment where she was like, actually, I've changed my mind on that. Okay, so we asked you, what's the most teenage thing your teen has done this week? You know, the kind of stuff, locking themselves out. Cereal bowls everywhere, breaking stuff. Beth says, my son who's 19 went out recently, got wasted and then got kicked out of an Uber on his way home. And then she's done the emoji of the nose, long nose, like, yeah, sure you got kicked out of an Uber.
Yeah.
But somehow ended up in a casino with his mate.
Oh, right. Not his fault.
What are the chances? I hate that when you get kicked out of an Uber outside of a casino.
Yeah.
He called home at 3 a.m. crying, saying they didn't know where they were. I asked him to put an adult on the phone. And then he put the lady from the reception of the casino onto the phone, an older lady who'd given them a cup of tea, some tissues for their tears, and ordered them a taxi to the train station. So they were obviously, quite far away.
Miles away.
They managed to do this. They both denied it all the next day, apparently. Thank you very much, Beth. Well done to son.
Okay, so Caroline has said he came home from his girlfriend's house sporting 2 love bites on his neck and a very cocky attitude about it. Needless to say, that didn't go down well with me and his dad.
Thank you very much, Caroline. That reminded me, I think we can cross the streams here a little bit. Dawn Porter, lovely Dawn Porter, messaged me privately because I was talking on the radio about fibs and about teenage years, I think, and about the lies that you've told. And she messaged me to say that she got 2 massive love bites on her neck at a party. And when she got home, she said that there was a fight. And, and somebody was like throwing something like a plate or something, and she intercepted it and took an injury to the neck, which I thought was great. And I forgot to read it out on the radio. So there, we'll do it on the pod. So thanks very much, Dawn.
I'm sure I said to my dad once something about having to take a sip of water and I accidentally, necked down a load of vodka by mistake. It fell into my mouth.
Like, sure.
Of course it did.
On the love bite note, when we went to New York and I messaged my eldest and she'd gone out on a date the night before and we were just there for a long weekend in New York. I'm like, hi, sweetheart, we're going to go to, such a museum or art gallery in a couple of hours. Are you okay? Because she wasn't in the same room as us. And she was like, yeah, I'm just out doing a bit of shopping looking for a scarf. I was like, fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Ben's going to kill me for letting her go out on a date. We know what that means.
So
She's got a great big long scarf all
Just
around.
her eyes.
Just her eyes peeping out. Lucy says she's put a screen grab of a deep emotional convo with her 19-year-old son Harry at uni. And at 5:52 p.m, Harry says, where would I find katsu sauce? And 3 minutes later, found it. Good. Thanks, son. Well done. Now, this was something that you wanted to talk a little bit about where did this come from? Because it's about teenagers and listening to them.
Originally, it came from my daughter because she always used to say to me, you do not listen to me.
Right.
And I realised about my parenting style in this particular case was that I was always barking advice at my kids and not listening to why that they were finding themselves in situations or even, I guess, trusting them to deal with stuff on their own. I was always trying to navigate things and problems. And that was a real turning point for me in my parenting when she said that to me, you do not ever listen. And I had to really correct myself because my son had been saying it to me for years. And then
the irony is you weren't listening.
I weren't listening.
Saying, you don't listen.
I just weren't listening. That's the dream. And it was when my daughter said, you just never, ever listen. And I was like, oh, okay, maybe they've got a point.
So what, before they've even finished telling you what's going on, you're leaping in with advice.
This is what you need to be doing. You shouldn't be doing that. I'm giving advice and stuff.
That's so weird because obviously your relationship with your kids is different to your relationship with me. But you're just... like you're never like that with me.
No.
But in a good way, as in like, you're a great listener.
Yeah, but...
and, if I ask for advice and in your opinion, obviously you give it, but your personality type isn't trying to advise, trying to fix, trying to take charge. It's really not. So something happens in that space with your kids.
Yeah, or it was where I was realising I was parenting them, or what I thought was parenting them, rather than maybe treating them more like an adult, which is very different. And it came about again when I was talking to my friend's daughter, who I'm very close with. She calls me a second mum, and she rings me now and again, and she talks to me about her mum, who's my friend, and she says,
you did do a funny face when you said she calls me her second mum.
She calls me a second mum.
A very proud face. Yes, I am great. She calls me her second mum.
And she calls me her second mum. And she says, and it's the same age. She says that I don't feel like mum listens to me sometimes, and I need her to trust me more, and I need her to not to stop parenting me in a way and start letting me give or make my own mistakes and do stuff. And it's really interesting how I think that you've got to, as a parent, sometimes stop and take a little look at yourself.
So what's, as in like, just listen to them?
Listen to them more.
And what do you mean take a look at yourself?
Take a look, or just listen to them.
Yeah,
and
just look at your reaction, your behaviour and how you're behaving when they're trying to share things with you. Do you think, just as a bit of a sidebar, it's interesting that, I was really close to my nana because I felt like my nana probably listened to me.
Yeah.
And mum didn't.
And you end up barking at each other and shouting at each other, maybe, especially I did with my daughter a little bit, like I'd be giving her opinion and she'd shout back and stuff. And maybe it's time to just step back a little bit and stop doing that.
So when have you started listening?
I started listening a while ago to my daughter when she started saying that, but I think it took all of my son's sort of late teenage years to tell me that I wasn't listening, and some of my daughters for me to realise that I wasn't actually doing.
It's interesting. I think it's something that is often levelled quite rightly at men, is that they will, and I don't know why they've got this instinct. I feel like they have more than women, where they'll try and fix things.
Yeah.
And sometimes I will say something to Ben and I don't need it fixing. I don't need any suggestions about what to do. Yeah. I just need someone to listen to me so I can just rant and get it out. And perhaps that's why when you get with girlfriends, it's such a release, because you all allow each other the space to talk and nobody tries to fix it. And I think men try to fix it in a positive way. They're trying to help, and it's for some reason in them to try and take control, fix it. This is your solution.
Yes.
So when I was thinking about this, I thought it's interesting you doing that so much with your kids, because maybe as a single mum, you also take on the dad role a little bit. And also what I'm getting when you're talking about how you used to say to your kids, like, you try and fix it, you sounded just like your dad.
Did I?
Yeah, I think that's...
Really?
I think maybe that's come through from your dad a little bit, because he was very like that with you, wasn't he? He was very, you need to do this, you're not doing that.
Yeah, he was.
And there's a little bit...
mad. We clashed a lot when I was a teenager because of that. So maybe it is that. And it's
and you're doing both roles, the mum and the dad role, so fair fucks to you for...
Yeah, maybe.
Do you know what I mean? Having to, because you're trying to spin so many plates, and to keep them and to look after and nurture them, that maybe that's why you just struggle to give them the space to get it out, because
and to trust them and to allow them to make a few mistakes here and there, and just to let things play out. Do you know, we were talking this morning, and we were talking about different life situations, and I hate it when mainly other women say to me, you know what you need to do? Yeah. You know what you need to do? I hate that. It's like, I wasn't asking you what I need to do. I was just talking to you, and it's one of my pet hates. And yet here we are talking about what I was doing with my kids and what I think happens quite a lot.
Yeah, because even when like if anybody says that to me in a sort of a work situation or not really my closest bezies, they know, we just don't. We'll give advice if we ask for it.
Yeah.
But I find it really patronising now if people tell me what I need to do. So I'm like, shut up, I know what I need to do. Thank you very much.
That must be what the teens
so that must be what they hear. Yeah. No, they feel when you are sort of bombarding them. I don't tell my mum everything. I don't confide in my mum much. I love her to bits. She's been a brilliant mum. She raised us really well. She worked bloody hard. But whenever I confided anything in her, she would remember it and she would always bring it up.
Oh.
And sometimes you want to just tell someone something and for them not to ask about it again.
You're throwing it away in a sense.
You're throwing it, exactly. Yeah. So if you'd say something about someone who'd annoyed you or a job that you're hoping to get, the next time, and it's her way of showing that she's remembered and she's taken it in, but it would always be like, did you hear any more about that job? And you're a bit like, no, I'll tell you if I hear. And it's difficult as a mum because she's like probably thinking, as I look back at it now, she's probably thinking, I'm just showing an interest. I'm just showing that that I care. But on the other side, you're like, no, don't feed back stuff to me that I've just told you in a moment of, being a bit vulnerable or whatever. And even now, I don't really, I don't share emotional or worry, stuff or worries with my mum because she will remember it and she'll bring it up. Whereas I just want to tell people.
Yeah, you just want to be able to just discuss it there and then. Then it's done.
And then it's done.
Yeah.
And that's,
Interesting. That's really interesting. Because I won't tell my mum stuff now, but not because of that, but because I think she worries too much and she takes it on board too much and she talks about it as if it's a real issue and a real problem. But I'm like, Mum, no, it's not that deep, as my kids say to me.
Yeah. Well, when your son went off to Dubai, when it wasn't feeling very safe, it just wasn't one of the top 5 places you wanted to be flying to when it was all kicking off. And you kept it from your mum for as long as possible, didn't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Does she even know now that he went?
She does know now, but she had a little worry. She had a sleepless night even though he'd returned.
Yeah, so you just can't.
She worries so much now. It's different. And then I get a bit annoyed at her because she's worrying too much and she never used to worry this much.
Yeah.
And I get a bit irritated by it, which is, I guess it's normal, isn't it?
Yeah, because it's showing that she's perhaps a little bit more vulnerable.
Yeah.
And that's hard, isn't it?
I don't want her to be vulnerable. I want her to be my mum.
Yeah.
It's
yeah, of course.
It's
we'd love your stories. We're always interested in stories as well about when you're just, you're trying to navigate being the parent of teenagers and you're trying to navigate your parents getting older.
Yeah.
And it's difficult. It's really hard because you've looked up to them, especially with my dad on the farm. He was such, how much I idolised him. I mean, I wrote the memoir, Till the Cows Come Home, available still in bookshops. It was bloody about him and he's still not read it. I was such a daddy's girl and it took me to write the book that I realised I'm kind of like plot spoiler, but I'm like, oh, actually, it turns out it's my mum who did everything for me. Right. My dad didn't do as much, but it was him that I idolised.
Yeah.
And so, and I'm like, Dad, this book imagine having a book that's been written about you, literally about him and our memories of us together, and he's busy. I've got to move some cows. I'll get round to reading it at some point. Still not read it. But, and so, because I idolised him so much growing up, I think it's really hard as you get older and your parents are getting old and you're just trapped in the middle of managing both sets of emotions. If you're going through that, hello@teencommandments.co.uk. And also, of course, if you've suddenly learned that you don't listen to your teenagers, how did that come about? Was it that one of your teenagers was telling you for 5 years, like with Claire? Suddenly like, pardon, what? Oh, right. Shit.
Oh.
Okay. Let us know, please. And if it's different for the single parents out there, we always love these tales. I think they really help people. hello@teencommandments.co.uk. Now, Claire, I have many favourite stories about you.
Oh.
Or from you.
Right.
You looked worried for a moment there. But one of my all-time favourites is you working part-time in a pet shop.
Yes.
And having to clean out the piranha tank with a big metal glove on.
Yeah.
Like a suit of armour. Chainmail glove. There you go. There's a scrubber.
Age 13.
Age 13. I mean, your flesh would have been so plump and juicy at 13, wouldn't you? You'd have been prime food for a little piranha to sink the teeth into. I couldn't believe it when you first told me that story. And now parents may be thinking that their kids have got to get some work experience under their belt. We would love stories of your first job, your work experience with school, please. hello@teencommandments.co.uk. I'm sure you've got some excellent stories.
It's now, isn't it?
It
work
is.
Experience
Yeah,
time.
I think so. I think it's now where I think a lot of kids have got exams and some have got going off doing work experience if they're in the younger years.
Yeah.
And I mean, I couldn't really do, some people can be like, oh, I'm going to go and work at my dad's law firm or whatever. Or my mum's a pharmacist. I'll go and work at at a chemist on the high street. I didn't really have any members of the family where I could just go and sort of tag along. I mean, my dad was a lorry driver. That was frowned upon, me driving his 16-wheel wagon around Bolton. Obviously, my mum was by that point in like the licensing trade, running a pub. I mean, to be fair, I didn't need work experience. I had so many jobs from the age of 14 anyway. And then you go to school and they're like, oh, you need work experience. I'm like, babe, I've been working every weekend since like Dickensian style, being shoved up chimneys nearly.
How do you think I afford the Thunderbirds and the 10 fags? I'm an independent woman, babe.
Hello, yes. Oh, you women, independent. There's me, collecting glasses, all that stuff. So when it came to actually trying to like go to a proper place to do work experience, I ended up at the local holiday kennels.
Oh, well, that's quite kind of up your street.
Yes, animal based.
Yes.
Picking up a lot of poo.
Okay.
Sweeping out kennels.
Oh, you'd have been in your element a bit, no?
I don't think I was. I don't know. It wasn't as well. I'm not painting it as rose tinted. I've already mentioned picking up lots of poo. That was largely it, and then walking some dogs, chatting with the girls over our butties at lunchtime. And so I don't really know what I learned from that, apart from what a blowjob isn't, because I remember talking with the girls at lunchtime over our sandwiches. And it is very confusing that the word blow is in the title, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
I sort of did an impression, like blowing on a finger. They just looked at me quizzically, like, who's going to tell her? It's not a thing. So that was my biggest education, I think. Okay. And also don't let a Rhodesian Ridgeback off the lead, because you will lose it and you'll have to end up spending 3 hours trying to find it and get it back on the lead.
Right, okay.
And I was all over the place with that job. Did you do much work experience? Did you do work experience through school?
Yeah, I did. I went to a nursery nurse, what are they called?
A nursery?
Nursery. And things for the kids in. Yeah.
Yes.
I did a week
smell
there.
a bit of cabbage and dettle.
Oh, it was hardcore.
Yeah.
It was really put me off having kids for a long time.
Yeah, did it? Maybe that's why they did it. They were like, we see. Get the girls who are most likely. Put them off being teen mums.
Yeah, it just was not.
No.
Do you know what? It's quite funny because I just don't. I don't know how people come to the conclusion or come to the decision of where they want to work and go and try this work experience. They're just looking for anything.
Yeah.
Not something that
what do you mean that just anything, because you've got to fill in the form?
You've got to fill in a form and you've got to fill in this week or 2 weeks. So let's find anywhere that'll just give me 2 weeks work.
I mean, I'm amazed you're allowed to do a nursery job.
Yeah.
Not you personally. Oh. I mean, with safeguarding, no, obviously. I think it'd be much trickier just to let someone in. So what were your duties? Was it everything? You didn't have to do nappies, did you?
No,
Surely not.
We were in the little older room giving breakfast and stuff. I was just horrified at just loads of toddlers running around. Just like, and I remember just being so tired at the end of the day, like, oh my God, this is not like normal life.
God, I remember when I dropped the kids off at nursery, and I remember just thinking, they were happy enough toddling in there, having a great time. But it really did, you could smell the meals being cooked and just the stench of bleach because there's so much pee and poo happening under the roof.
And it's such a responsible job, isn't it?
And just trying to get in through like 15 different locked doors and then trying to find their little shoe bag that you'd put the shoes in, all that faffing about.
Yeah.
And I remember I always used to think, it must have been back in my party days, even though I had kids, I'd still know, we'd still go out and party. And I remember thinking, is this the worst job to have a hangover? Like, this must be the one that would spin you out.
Oh, yeah.
The sort of smell and the noise and...
Hairdressing's pretty bad on a hangover.
No, is it?
Yeah, blow drying the hot air with a hairdryer. Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, but then you get back on the booze, though. You get the Prosecco opening.
Shh. Yeah, I've had 2 girls doing work experience in the salon when I had a salon.
Oh, really? Cute.
And one of them...
are they like sweeping up and stuff and making tea?
Sweeping up, making coffee and bit of shampooing. I can teach them a little bit of that, but one girl, she lasted half a day. She was crying.
Really?
Like, will you ring my mum? I don't like it.
What were you?
Didn't let her sit down.
Were you a tyrant?
Yeah, I was just like, you can't sit down on your phone. I'm sorry, your phone goes in your pocket. You're at the front and you're tending to clients, and she did not like it at all. Other one was fine, but yeah, it was so interesting at how much of a shock it was for her. I mean, her mum was fuming. She came to pick her up and I was like, I'm sorry.
Where was the mum? The mum was out shopping. She was having a day.
You've lasted half a day.
And what, did she just want to sit down?
She just wanted to sit down. I was like, no, I'm sorry. You need to stand up. You need to be completely present and there for the clients and stuff, and your phone is nowhere.
It's great. It's like an Officer and a Gentleman, where you were like, she's like, I got nowhere else to go, and you're like, 6 more press-ups in that pile of hair. Or perhaps not. You weren't that mean.
Not quite. No, I'm quite. We've got 3 teenagers that work in the salon that I'm at, and
really?
I do like it when it's just me and them. We hang out and we have quite a bit of a giggle.
Yeah, are they cute?
Nice. Yeah, they're like, Claire, can we all go to the shop together? Like, yeah, if you want.
It's so cute. I bet you have a lovely boss. We would love stories of you, your work experience, your jobs when you were at school, your weekend work.
Where did your kids do it?
So I can't remember them doing formal work experience. That's the thing. I can't remember my eldest doing it. I can't remember Lola doing it. And my youngest daughter hasn't had to do it. So they went to the same school, so I'm thinking it wasn't.
Well, there was something to do with lockdown as well. But no, your youngest...
Yeah, well, Lola didn't have to do her GCSEs because of lockdown. She just got the predicted grades for GCSEs. So maybe... But my daughter just now hasn't been made to do it. Right. So maybe it's sort of dying out, which is a bit of a shame, maybe. My son... did a little bit at my agent's office.
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
He was like, I'm going to embrace the Nepo. I'm like, quite right. But he actually really enjoyed it. Yeah. And he was sorting through stuff like, helping out Ryland's agent, going through all his fan mail. I'm like, did you see any of my fan mail, son? No. That wouldn't have kept him busy. But yeah, loads for Ryland, apparently. No, he was helping out Ryland, and he was doing loads. He went into the accounting bit, and he went into all different bits and had to go. Yeah, he really enjoyed it, actually. Yeah. Yeah, he really enjoyed it, but it was a clashing of worlds because, Mel, my agent, darling Mel, who's like the most agent in the world, hilarious. She's not quite like Joey's agent off of Friends. But in my head, she's like, so like,
she is fabulous.
She's fabulous and she's sort of loud and hilarious and slightly mad in a great way, obviously. Love her. But it was just such a colliding of where I'd go in and see Mel and like my son would be there. I'd be like, oh, hi. I'd go all pink, and get all sweaty because I didn't want to embarrass him. He's in his place of work, but no, it was good. It was good for him to get, and he worked hard. He had to get there early and do proper long days.
Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? It's like there's no special.
I was like, where did you go for lunch? Nando's. Okay, it was cute. We'd love your stories, please. Yeah. Maybe you had to go and work at your dad's company or at your dad's office, or go to work with your mum. Go and do a shift with her. Let us know. hello@teencommandments.co.uk. Or equally, if your kids are heading out into the big world of weekend work, let us know, please. Claire, absolute pleasure to look at that face. It's always lovely with you. Thank you so much for listening to the wittering of 2 best friends who've been bestest friends for 33 years.
Yes.
All right, don't sound so exhausted and drained by our friendship. You always end it on a mean note at the moment, trying to make the young people in the room laugh by being mean to me.
They do laugh, though.
I know. Don't encourage her. Honestly. Thanks for listening to our witterings, because we love doing this pod. Please share it with the people that you love and pass on these episodes and leave little reviews and all that, because it really helps. And we'll see you next time. What day is it? So this is our main ep. On a Monday, we'll be back Wednesday for your turn. All your brilliant stories. Until then, stay lovely. Claire, I love you.
I love you. Bye.